Well, I watched it. Picard, episode 1, Remembrance, I believe it was called. And I have to say, it was awesome. Kinda. Not bad. It'd be better if it wasn't called Picard. If you like talking sci fi and fantasy, please subscribe. Don't make me beg. And welcome to Sporking News Podcast. My name is Scott. If you like what you like here, whatever, subscribe, don't subscribe, up to you. Why don't you listen first before you hate me? So, Picard, episode 1, Remembrance. I'm not going to go through blow by blow, maybe a couple little points, but I have to say, as not a Star Trek purist, as not a Star Trek devout fan, I am a fan. I've watched the movies, most of Next Generation, but really, and some of the originals, but not really a lot of Star Trek. I have to say that the show was pretty cool. I wish it wasn't in the Star Trek world again. This is going to touch on other things I've talked about, like Watchmen. Granted, Watchmen was a much worse show, but it would have been a little bit better if it wasn't in the Watchmen universe. So Picard, Picard is 10 years after the destruction of Mars. The Romulan star goes supernova. Again, I don't know a lot. And he's been blamed for that. He lost Data. Data did sacrifice himself to save him and others. You see that he is just living on his vineyard, just retired from Starfleet. And, it starts out okay. I mean, you get to meet the female that's going to be the key to everything, you think at first. And she's just a normal girl hanging out with her boyfriend, alien boyfriend, and nothing's wrong with that. When masked men, 3 of them come, kill the boyfriend and try to take her. They're looking for something inside her mind. They say she's not activated yet, but when they put a bag over her head that's supposed to knock her out or close her, or I think he was going to actually knock her out, but they put the bag over her head. She goes silent for a second. So the darkness, and a lot of sci-fi, darkness brings clarity and activates that hidden power. Like in Game of Thrones, Bran, the darkness of the crypts, brings his third eye, opens up that eye. So all of a sudden the guy goes to knock her out. Boom. She blocks it. Boom. She kills them. She doesn't know why. So we find out through this story that she's actually a humanoid android. So she is a part of Data. And we learn this through a whole plethora of, dreams with Picard, with Data in it. Data painting a painting that he made for himself and Picard. The girl in the painting is exactly the girl, that's going to be the key to everything. And, Data even called it daughter. Data always wanted daughters. The painting's 30 years old. The girl is definitely not 30. So this girl finds Picard, says there's something inside me that tells me I'll be safe with you. Now, if it's going along the lines as what we find out later in the show, that yes, this can happen. There could be a molecule or something left of Data where they can extract his core synopsis, his core brain, and replicate him. And they would replicate it in twins. Since Data, they have not been able to create a synth that is self-aware. Again, I am a casual fan. If I'm not getting the terminology right, don't beat me up. But we learned this in this episode. We also learned that, again, they have to make two twins to create what this necklace the girl had. And I believe the guy's name was Malcolm, who was the teacher of the scientist that Picard goes to meet. Now, the scientist is, again, a very intelligent woman. And we're starting to see something here. The powerful people, the smart people in this world are going to be the women. Fine. Picard is being dragged along because he's Picard. And who would watch it if it didn't have the name Picard in it? I think I would have. I think the show could be something good. So the girl protects Picard on top of the archives of the Federation rooftop where Picard was trying to find the name of that picture. and by protecting them, because the hooded guys again, which turn out to be Romulans, um, she defended him against like 6 or 7 of them, and ends up getting some type of acid spit on her, and the gun she's holding blows up, kills her. But later in the episode, we find out that she was a twin. The twin is now, we think, in a Romulan base. Or is it a Romulan base? Dun dun dun. It's the Borg cube, I think. Someone tell me down below. Cut to next scene. And you have a Romulan talking to her, good-looking white Romulan male. Going to turn out to be the bad guy. Trying to get in her head and start a friendship with her, maybe even more than that. And it looks like this show might be going somewhere. You see in the post credits, for the season, they say, he's creating his crew of mostly women, and we'll see where it goes. I don't know. I don't know enough about the Star Trek world to really dive into this. I think, though, I am going to follow this show. It had a lot of action. The filming was good. Call back to Data I liked, but you could tell Patrick Stewart is much older. He's in his late 70s, and to base a show solely on him, I just don't see them doing that. I have a feeling that at the end of this, he may die. The ship will be called the Picard, and the crew will be led by this powerful woman, young girl that is the key to everything, as in most of our sci-fi and fantasy have become lately. So just tell me what you think. This is a quick video on it. Drop some knowledge on me, Star Trek fans. Let me know what I'm missing. Key points. I said, though, I do like it. It's like a Treadstone meets sci-fi. I just wish they didn't call it Picard, and I wish it wasn't the Star Trek world. It could have been something based on its own, but you needed that star power of Patrick Stewart, I guess. So leave a comment below. And if they're calling you names, they've already lost the war. Have a great day, everybody.